Okay, we are here in Michigan, and we're looking at some trees. There's a bunch of trees there, and they go all the way down there to the highway exit. Bunch of trees. There used to be a lot of trees, just as many trees, actually more trees, and they were taller. Well, there they are right there. Some of them, that's just some of them. In the back there, you'll see where they've been chopped up into sawdust. And let's get a look at what we're looking at here. This giant area here was filled up with forest, but it's not anymore. All the forest is gone. I'm just showing you what it looks like now after this work was done. These are gigantic waste dumps, and they're composed of material that's brought here to Michigan from as far away as Canada. I'm talking about Ottawa, I'm talking about Windsor, Kitchener. We're also talking about stuff coming in from Ohio, from Toledo, from Cleveland, from Cincinnati, all the way from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. In fact, we had some special deliveries, not to this particular site, but to Van Buren Charter Township. They brought in some toxic radioactive nuclear waste, so that's over there. We're trying to keep that out. We're got a little progress going on with that one. But here, there were some bald eagles, you may remember from a previous video that I made. The bald eagles were living here, and we made some inquiries to the governor of the state of Michigan and also some other elected officials and the professionals that run this here dump and said, hey, I think there's some bald eagles in there. Maybe we could get in there and move them or something or do something. And I got a letter back stating someone else had approached them about a Mississauga rattlesnake being in here, and they looked around for it and couldn't find it. And then the next thing we know, 2 weeks later, the destruction that you're looking at here began to take place. Now, this is a very large area we're looking at. If we look here in the front, it kind of looks like tundra right there. These were lakes and streams and ponds that were all throughout this area that have been destroyed. This was some very useful wetlands. It's called the Masic dry wetlands because some parts of the year the water goes down, but in this particular portion of it, the water never went down. There were ponds and lakes here that existed for ad infinitum. It was here for a long time, since the last cutting that was done in the general area of Michigan. And if you're familiar with the history of Michigan and the United States of America, you know that took place about 150 to 200 years ago. Well, what we're looking at now is this, and I'm going to get out of here because it's cold, but I just wanted to show you what has occurred and what is occurring in southeastern Michigan. And I really have to say I'm kind of disappointed from the folks. I'm not sure that everybody is aware that when you have something like paper towels and you throw it in your garbage, right? Say if you're way up in Kitchener, or you're over there in Des Moines, Iowa, or you're down in Cincinnati or Cleveland, or you're in Lewiston, New York, and you got to get rid of your toxic radioactive nuclear waste. Wait, I was talking about paper towels. Sorry about that. So you got your paper towels in New Jersey, and you throw them in your kitchen dumpster, and you put them outside in the garbage can, and the garbage men come and pick it up, and then they consolidate it into piles, and then they bring it by truck or by train here to Michigan, where they dump it in these gigantic piles. Now, on the other side of that beautiful yellow hill, I don't know what that yellow hill is made out of, but on the other side of that, there's about 800 homes where children and seniors live, and I'm telling you, that's not fair to them. These things will make a heck of a stench. And it's not just the stench that's bothersome. There is very irritating chemicals in the stench. Okay, all sorts of irritating chemicals that come down. And there is also material. They burn a lot of it to get the gas gone. They burn the gas to clean it. They burn the leftover gas and they extract other gas and send it to people's homes. I don't know how clean that is, but the material that they burn here leaves heavy metals in the air and all sorts of other nasty stuff. Ooh, I'm getting chilly. I'm going home right now. I just wanted to show you this. The eagles are not here. The water's here, and there's all that trash from all over the Northeast and the Midwest. And does this belong here? Are there other more reasonable and profitable ways to do this? Yes, there are. Thank you. Here is a flare from one of the large dumps that are in this area. And this flare is letting out heavy metals and all sorts of items that they don't want to put in the gas, the natural gas, or the methane, or whatever it is that they're transporting for sale. This gas accumulates in the large piles of trash that are in this area and needs to be disposed of somehow. If they don't get rid of it, it makes gigantic bubbles in the trash and can cause landslides. and we're having a little trouble seeing it over there, but it's very tall. It's between 150 and 300 feet tall. Not quite sure. It appears to be 300 feet tall. Plus there's about another 150 feet that goes down into the ground, down where you would find natural living rivers and streams and things like that. So we're 1 mile away from the other location where we were at. On the other side, this thing is about a square mile in size, and that's just one of many flares that serves this area and places things into the air that we really don't need around here. Right across the street, about 800 homes filled with children and families and seniors, and they've got no way to get away from this. Thank you.